Hi.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, fellow TV character.
That's my Dan. There he is. No hair to move around. My sound has been off.
I've been practicing cutting my hair. Now there's not much left. Hey, wait a minute. Did you just call me lady?
What?
That's a beard, mister.
I'm sorry that my sound was off, Nan and Susan. Good morning, Nancy. Your sound is completely off. Hi, Nancy. Good morning, honey. Your sound is off, dear lady.
Oh,
Hi,
it looks like your sound is off.
Hi, Susan. Yes, sound is off. I always... Her prayer time. I wondered why I couldn't hear her. Hi, Tyler. Good morning.
Oh,
Hi,
now
Andy.
they hear our...
Good morning, ladies. Just a matter of time before she disappears into her Minecraft world. Oh, we hear you now. Hi, guys. Lol. Well, there's a house full of people standing around me, so I can't really have a nice long prayer right now. We'll have to have a prayer in a while.
Oh, I see.
You don't have to go away, because I'm not going to pray now.
I see how it is. I'm ungodly.
No. I just don't want to subject others to my prayers if they don't want to be subject. All right, we'll have a prayer. I'll turn up my sound very loud so you can hear while I whisper. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for blessing us, blessing me that I found out that they don't have any. I didn't have my sound on. Thank you for watching over us and blessing us with so many things. Thank you for blessing us with our homes and with our families and with so many answers to prayers and so many miracles and blessings. Thank you for all the things that we forget we have and how blessing, like the floors in our homes, that we don't have to have dirt floors and carpets and throw rugs. And thank you for stores filled with all these things, all the appliances that we have that we can cook inside, our wood stoves that we may be warm, and our furnaces, and electricity and natural gas. And thank you for blessing us with all these things. And thank you for things to do. Thank you for books. We have so many books. I love my books. And for bookcases, that they may have a place to be. And thank you for fabric, for sheep, and for cotton. So we can have wool and cotton, and for the chemists that figured out synthetics so that we could have all those things too, so that we might have clothing and towels and washcloths and dishcloths and bedding, sheets and blankets and pillows and pillowcases. We've got so much. We're so grateful. If we compare ourselves to when you're camping or just being out in the woods with nothing, we have so much. And because everybody around us also has so much, it's so easy to forget how wonderful it is. I had a dream last night, and I realized in the dream how big my house is and how beautiful it is and how lucky I am to have such a huge deck and to have such beautiful property. I have so much, and I forget about it, and I get depressed about other things. And thank you so much for blessing us, even though we forget about these things, and blessing us anyway when we forget to thank Thee. And we're grateful for miracles in our lives. We're grateful for Thy hand in helping people get well, and helping people to have jobs, and blessing us with hope. Please help us to have hope in the midst of all the chaos and problems in our lives and in others' lives. Bless those who live near the coast, for whom the ocean is a problem, and how it takes over their places. And bless those that have fires, that lose their homes from fires. Bless those as they flee, that they might not be in traffic jams where they have in vehicles of gasoline that may blow up. Please bless everybody. Please help us as we, whether we come to Thee or not. Please bless everyone. We're so grateful for that Thou dost answer our prayers and that Thou art there for us and that Thou dost give us joy. We're so grateful for happiness and joy. Help us to be.
For providing me with all this dirt on the floor for sleeping.
Hey, you're not supposed to be able to hear me. I'm whispering.
No, I'm not talking to you, Mom.
Oh, good. Excuse me for the rude interruption. Thank you for blessing us with families and for the love that we have between families and the happiness of laughter and joking with one another.
I'm not
thank
sure
you
whether
for
a rude
all of our
interruption
food.
or a bold interruption, Mom.
You're not supposed to be able to hear me. I can barely hear me. And thank you for the gospel. Thank you for Jesus Christ and for all He has done for us. And thank you for Thy unyielding love, for loving and accepting us exactly as we are, just like we accept our families and our children. And we ask Thee to continue to bless us. Continue we're so grateful for Thy tender mercies. It's almost, we don't really want to ask for anything else because we have been given so much. But bless our families and those we love and those we know and those we don't know. That they may have their needs met and that they may find Thee and have joy. And thank you for our earthly relationships. Thank you for how they help us and for how people can give love to one another and that we are so blessed by it. And please bless those in Gaza that are being slaughtered and those in China who are also being, I'm not sure what's happening to those people. The ones that are being reprogrammed, I guess. And bless us that we may have safety. Help us just to rescue those that are not safe, that are in bad situations where they are in danger and their children are in danger. Please help them. Please rescue them. Thank you for inspiring people to create shelters where people can go. And thank you for our justice system. We're really grateful that there is a justice system. We're really grateful that we might not be overrun by those who do horrible things, but that they may be removed from society. We're grateful for my protection in so many ways. We're grateful for our transportation, that we have cars. And not only that we have cars, but that they work. We have gas pedals and we can go fast and slow. That we have good brakes that can stop us. And that steering wheels that we may go where we want. We have so much freedom. And bless other transportation, people with skateboards and horses and our legs and our feet. Please continue to bless us that we may walk. Thank you for the health of our bodies, even as we age and we lose parts of our mobility. Thank you for walkers and wheelchairs and electric wheelchairs, that we may still be mobile. we're grateful for thy answers to our prayers. Thou dost hear us. I'm so grateful for that study. That was such a cool study where they had people pray for half of this group, and nobody prayed for the other half, and the half that got prayed for got better faster. Please help us to pray for those that need prayers, that they may actually be healed and helped. Bless those that are waiting for diagnoses, that it may be quick, and that they may get the medications they need to halt the progression of their diseases. And bless the families of those who suffer. Bless them that they may be comforted. And above all, Heavenly Father, bless us that we may be willing to let thy will be done. We're so grateful for thy will, and how I know it's hard to be patient while we wait for answers to prayers. But thank you for giving us what we need and not what we want. And those who are taken home to thee, whether in wars or in disease or accidents, thank you for blessing them with such a loving place and with freedom from trials and sorrow. And we're so grateful for thee and for all thy blessings in our lives, the miracles. And help us to be able to see the miracles. Help us to be able to enumerate them and write them down, that they may be a blessing to others. And we're grateful for the animals in our lives, for all the cats and the dogs and the horses and the squirrels and the birds and the domesticated animals that give us so much, that give us food and clothing, and we're grateful for so many tender mercies that we don't even think about. Thank you for nature, and for how beautiful it is, and for the calm and peaceful feeling outside, and for how it relaxes us, takes away our stresses. The sound of the birds, or the sound of the waterfalls, the sound of all the things that we've been blessed with. And these things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior. Amen. Well, guys, it's nice to see you, Nan and Suze and Susan. Oh, Suze isn't here, but Susan and Tyler. And who is Kenny Reeves? I don't know you. Shall I write you in my book? Where are you from? How do you say that? Kinu. Is that right? We have these cool cats. There's a family of them. I think they're all the descendants of somebody. Maybe somebody's the mother of them all. Probably the smallest one. I bet Tabby's the oldest. But that's why he's so smaller than the other ones. We've been feeding the other ones since they were little. Oh, and we have this golden male here now too.
Like this reddish tiger cat.
Gold Tom. Or orange Tom.
Yeah.
Tiger. Maya calls him Pumpkin. We have Meowkiss and Mongol and Chumbles. They live inside, but they're out a lot now. And we have Spot and Saddle and Tab and Shadow that live outside. And then the Toms that come and go. There's Black Tom and Orange Tom. And there used to be a regular Tom. Tabby Tom. Was he Tabby? I don't know. He was really beautiful, but we haven't seen him since a long time ago. Here, you want to see Orange Tom? I can turn you around so you can see him. orange, Tom. Ooh, he's looking at you. Where snow is going. When snow melts, it evaporates,
You
and
can name him Football.
football. Toms have bigger faces, bigger, rounder faces than females. I should round them all up and take them to get neutered, but that's a matter of organizing things. I would have to make an appointment and catch the animal. We have all these females. I think Tabby is in heat. So there's one litter coming in the future for sure. Scarlett's litter, she's been selling her kittens for quite a lot of money. Not just giving them away, who will take them, but good homes. But I don't know about how these outdoor cats would deal with. Well, I guess if they're kittens. Pumpkin.
Shadow always runs from everybody.
Yeah, Shadow is a runt. He's the runt of the litter.
But the orange.
But he's hanging around with Pumpkin, or
cat really likes this one.
Orange Tom hangs around with Shadow. Maybe Shadow's in heat.
To be very into this tiny little.
They've been hanging out for a few days. I see them together on the shady deck under the swing out there. It's fun to have animals. It's really fun to see them change and develop, and I'm interested in. I know people say, "Oh, you better get them spayed and neutered. You're gonna have 100 cats." But I'm curious. I'm too curious to stop it in the midst. I want to see the kittens. I want the children to be able to see kittens being born, and I suppose these cats will hide somewhere that I have no idea of when they have kittens. But I think it's just, it's just very fascinating. But my sister says I'm propping up one part of the food chain, which is unfair to the rest of the food chain. I can't feed the birds anymore. I think I'm going to take in the birdhouses.
Cows, so there.
I know, but cats destroy birds, and birds are important. They eat the bugs that destroy the trees, that destroy the crops. And they need the bugs to be able to fly. When they get down to Florida until they go Okeechobee, they're looking for the bugs so they can go across the ocean.
Somebody else's property where they do nothing but feed birds.
I know, that's right. So I'm not feeding birds. I'm letting them go to other places that do feed them.
And the birds don't really come here because there's too many cats, right? I haven't seen any birds die, but I'm sure they do.
Yeah, they used to hit the windows when the windows were bright and shiny and new. They would hit the windows and fall. I've got a lot of birds in my freezer that were fascinating to look at, so I saved them.
So birds are not good at seeing cats, I guess.
Well, cats are pretty sneaky. They also
I can always see the cats.
They also eat the mice and the rats and anything out there that we don't want to have near our houses. I wonder if they eat termites. No. Sorry, guys, for 15 minutes with no sound. That's too bad. Oh well, we were diligent in waiting. See, these are two different cats out there now because Shadow is outside and Mongol is inside.
Mongol's my cat. Hey, Mongol. Mongol, come here, Mongol. Come.
And look what Mongol does. Oh, he just collapses onto the floor.
Mongol, the cat.
He's so sweet.
Hey, you, look at the camera.
And come Shadow again. I have this camera I put outside My son is always getting rid of things that he doesn't want or has too many of. Where's that phone of mine?
Uh-oh.
Oh, and here comes Tumbles. This is
How long this takes.
the master of...
Okay. This is the dean of cats.
There he goes to keep all the cats away. Oh, and there's Meowkiss. He wants to come in.
Hi, Neil. Holy cat traffic today. Everybody's here today.
Everybody's here today, that's true. Except Black Tom isn't. But when I came out here this morning at 6, the chair had... Oh, what happened there? The chair had 3 cats in it. Something happened to my thing here. There we go. I love these cats. He's beautiful. Which one? Oh, the orange Tom. Yeah. Man, he's very beautiful. And he's friendly. I find that there's the black Tom is very not friendly. But orange Tom, when we saw him last fall, he was skin and bones. Oh,
This is Meow. Meowkiss is a good kitty who looks at the camera. That's good kitty.
the snow is melting and so it's foggy. But it doesn't look like it's a good year for maple syrup because I don't think it's going to go below freezing now for a while. I think it's going to stay above freezing. But it is March. However, in March we usually get one blizzard. About 4 feet of snow. Not always, but maybe we won't get one this year. It doesn't really matter. Look, and here's Mongo and Meowkiss. Oh. Yes, right. I didn't like cats. In fact, I did not like cats at all for a few reasons. One is often they act like they're in charge and you are their servant. Like a tuxedo cat. Oh, that's a good one, Dan. Could name him Tuxedo. I wonder if I'll remember that. Is the sound too loud now? I guess you can turn it down and up. I was playing Minecraft and I had grandchildren around, so I had to mute it. I can't let them be on here. Yes, so basically I always hated cats. I didn't hate them. I just didn't want them around. And now they're gonna chase each other. Mongo and Meowkiss. They'll be out. Here they come. Hey, Tuxedo. Hey, Meowkiss Meow. Hey, Meowkiss. Hey, Meowkiss. Hey, Mongol. But you know, when I saw Daniel laying down, part in, part out of the house with the door open, it was very cold, and he was feeding the cats from his hand or trying to touch them while they came to eat. I don't think we have mice. No, I hope not. Anyway, and he was, oh, here comes Saddle. Oh, the food's all gone. Hold everything. Hey, Saddle, you want some food? Oh, there is food. Saddle? Kitty kitty? You okay? What's wrong with your nose? Changing of the guard. I guess you couldn't see very well when I angled it like that. Oops. Yeah, you won't ever see mice again. Yes, I think they're very easy to care for. I wouldn't want a dog. Not anymore. Not if you have to go and walk it. And I like the cats are sweet. Sometimes three of them are on my bed. I used to be allergic to cats, but these have very short hair, and it doesn't. It's not, like Chumbos must be hypoallergenic. Life is good. Life is very good. I'm glad you come along and watch these videos. I'm finding, like the analytics from YouTube, it will tell me how many people watched and where people came from, and people are not finding me randomly anymore. They're finding me by my playlists. That's where most people are finding. And most of the ones that are being watched are prayer videos. Isn't that interesting? That's really nice. That means that people are interested in praying. That's awesome. My prayers are a little long sometimes. I like praying. I find that if I pray out loud with you, I can stay focused better. When I pray at night by myself, I get distracted. We have so much to be grateful for, don't we? There's so much in our lives. Unbelievable. And with the seasons, I always would think, well, if we're in the middle of January, it hasn't been -30 or -20. It's like, and it's that much less time that it can be that temperature, because the earth is turning away from the sun and turning towards it, and now we're turning back towards it again, and so it can't get that cold when the sun is, I hope. There's this AMOC, the Atlantic Meridian Oceanic Currents, which are slowing down. And that's what causes the jet stream to flow across. And so if the jet stream slows down, then things stay in one place. And so you have these storms that stay in one place for a long time, that move too slowly. Things used to move more quickly. That's one of these big changes. I think the earth has warmed to 1.5 degrees higher than whatever it always was. So we've come to this tipping point, which you can't really go back from it, because the oceans, the glaciers are melting, and so whether this is the last days. I mean, I think it is the last days, and all these things are prophesied. I think that we can slow down things, or I don't know. We were told that there'll be more miracles now than it's going to be in 70s in Cincinnati. Wow. Wow. This is April. April is the best month of the year. There's no bugs. The geese are coming back. The waterfalls will be running today. They'll be running hard because there's so much snow missing. You can see the earth. You can see the dry grass. Everything is still green under the snow. It's interesting, eh? It's been preserved. Today's Sunday. We go to church soon. And then I think we'll go visit somebody after church. People that are not well. Somebody is giving me a sewing machine on in a cabinet, whatever that thing's called. I think that'll be nice. I want to set up the upstairs little bedroom for sewing. I want it to be a place where I'd like to sew. Oh, it's so nice. Ava is helping me with my house. And it's so nice that she's so organized. And when she was folding all this fabric, she folded it and put it up in the bookcase in that bedroom. And that's the idea, is to make that into the sewing room. When my mom died, she had lots of sewing boxes full of notions. So Ava's gonna sort them for me. And then the dresser upstairs is gonna be all sorted for this stuff. It's gonna be great. I'll be able to go up there and the fabric will be there and the notions and the machine. And when it needs to be a child's bedroom again, we can just put the machine on the floor and off of there. Daniel's girlfriend Anna came from Vietnam, and she's gonna stay. They're married now. Not supposed to tell you. And they it's so nice. She's here. She's cooking Vietnamese food. Yesterday she made spring rolls. Can you imagine spring rolls with the right kind of dip? Like, she just knows everything, and she marinades the meat, and oh my gosh, it tastes so good. She uses garlic and ginger and turmeric and Thai basil. It's not our basil. Regular basil has a totally different taste than Thai basil, and it is so, so good. And she's growing it upstairs. You should see her garden. Maybe I'll use the other camera and I'll show you the garden. It's so beautiful. The lettuce is nearly a foot tall, and there's so much of it. She brings down lettuce every day. I try not to let any of it go bad. I try to eat it all. I mean, not I'm the only one eating it, but I do try to eat it up. Oh, hi, Marie. How are you? You'd love to see some sewing videos. Well, if I ever get into it, I do have some patterns to make children's dresses. I have a pattern for making skirts. I make it up. It's very simple. I take I put the measuring tape around myself, and I measure twice as far as I am, and then I measure my hips, and I think it's and then I cut a certain amount so that it ends just at the biggest part of my hips, so it's going to be gathered and come down to that point, and then it's gathered much bigger. No, I guess it's 1.5 times is the beginning, and then the bottom, yeah, it's 1.5 times bigger than that part, than my hips. And so it's two layer, or two sections that are both gathered. And then I just use elastic at the top. It's very easy. You sew, do you, Marie? I used to sew when I was young, but I came to Canada and clothes were so, well, fabric was extremely expensive. It was like $20 a yard when I was used to $1 a yard. Or $7, I guess, and I was used to $1 a yard in Georgia. And then, but I made my wedding dress, and I married my first husband in it, and then I still had it, and I married Willem in it, and he says that was fine because it was the same girl, same dress. I had a very weird dream last night. It's very weird. I'm glad dreams are just dreams sometimes. Sometimes we think things are better and the grass is greener on the other side, but it really isn't. And you think that somebody has it better than you, but if you look at their own trials, now, mind you, while you are having a rough trial, other people might not be having their most rough trials, which is nice because then they can comfort each other and be there to listen. It's hard to not be able to fix things for people, you know? When people have problems and trials and health issues and stuff, and you just want to get in there and fix it all. And, you know, people that have to wait for diagnoses and things. It's a hard wait, and especially if things get worse before they're diagnosed, because, you know, and what if they had the medication early, but it all plays out. It's all thy will be done, right? Thy will be done. If you can say that and live that way, I think there'd be a lot less stress. I know when I get really stressed, that's the time I turn toward my idols, right? I want to eat until I forget my problems, you know. But thy will be done. I've learned now that when I'm in a lot of pain, the best thing to do is to go lie down. And if I lie down for a while, the pain goes away. I've also found that this winter I've not had much pain at all. And because I'm not doing much. I'm playing Minecraft and walking around the deck, and I'm going out again now. I was hibernating quite a lot and not doing anything but staying in and watching Minecraft and House. But now the weather's better, and I've been able to go for walks with Willem and by myself. And even make videos from down there at the grass hut. You know, I've always worn my watch on the inside. I've always done that. I've never put it on the outside. I always put it on the inside. You know, when children are young, it's interesting that the habits they have when they're young can be the habits they have when they're old. Like one of my daughters, she would take her clip out of her hair and she would attach it to her clothes, or attach it, you know, to the bottom and she still does that, right? This is decades later. She still does the same thing. It's interesting to see the habits, or those are kind of habits of our children, and how I wore my hair up like this when I was young. I had it in pigtails up like that when I was young. Really long pigtails. And I don't have the pigtails, but I always wear my hair the same way. I've tried to change it. You know, I've tried several times. Like there was a time that you pull all of this straight back into a clip. Or we had bows back in 1967 when I was in grade 7, and we would put bows in our hair. It didn't last. It was one of those little fads that went away. But it stuck with me. I've always liked those bows. They're not in fashion anymore. Isn't fashion an interesting thing? Talk about lemmings. Everybody doing exactly the same thing. And you know where the fashion comes from. It's not because somebody feels like wearing this. It's because some designer somewhere decided that this year this is in fashion. They've been doing that my whole life. I suppose it's been ever since clothes existed. There were designers. And they sort of run the fashion thing. I wear used clothes all the time. Except those dresses in Hawaii. I actually paid money for them, but we have this awesome reuse center at the dump, and everything is free. And if I go and look, I'll find sweaters that are the right size. My weight fluctuates. I don't know about you, but sometimes I used to be a 3X, bordering on a 4X, and then I was a large, bordering on a medium. Now I'm back at about a 1X, sometimes 2X, but 1X is about it. But I stopped eating junk. And now I've been losing weight. I've lost 8 pounds from my highest point. Hey, it's cold in here. I have this thermostat on the wall up there. And I would like to have a string that I can pull. I tried to tape a ribbon onto this dial, but the dial it's only about that wide. And so to tape something on there, a string would have been better. I could have taped a string on. But I'm thinking, what if I drill a little hole in that dial, put a little screw there and tie a string on it and have it come both down? Then I can just turn around and I could pull one string or the other. Turn the heater up and turn it down. It's a good day. It's going to be a wonderful day. Even though it's cloudy. But I do want to play Minecraft. I don't have much time left. We go to church at 9. It's 7:45. But I don't really have anything I want to do in Minecraft. But I just like it. I just like wandering around. And it's, my gardens are so beautiful there. I love gardening and watching stuff grow. And I look so big in these. But I guess I just am big. Oh well. C'est la vie. I see the gardens now. As soon as the top of my garlic bed is thawed, I'm going to plant more garlic. Should have planted it in the... Thanks. Well, I've been gaining weight since Christmas. I started making cookies, and I made cookies and cookies and cookies and cookies. And then we ate them. And I couldn't stop making them and eating them till I was up to 204 pounds. Now I'm down to 196 or something, I think. And I don't feel like eating, which is cool. The other day I thought, is this a problem if I don't feel like eating? But then I started feeling weak. That might be cool if I no longer have an appetite and have to gauge it because of my feeling weak. Appetite is very hard. When you have a very voracious appetite, what do? I mean, it's totally control, 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 or distract. But it's lovely if you have less appetite. Of course, that probably means you have cancer. I don't have cancer. I am healthy as an ox. Thank goodness. I have friends that are older than me, and they're moving into retirement homes. Well, one couple had a bad accident, and so they had to be in some kind of convalescent home. Now they just moved to another one and live there permanently. But you have to pay for all that out of pocket. It costs a lot. But we have a lot of children. Brownies are yummy. My weakness, thanks to the grandchildren. Yeah, if I make brownies, I always had to make several batches. And then I was hooked on chocolate, and I had to eat chocolate every day. I couldn't stop. Brownies were definitely, they are one big downfall of mine. But I could make them and give them away, but that wouldn't happen because I'd eat them. Hello, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Anyway, I guess I'm going to go. Thanks for coming and hanging out here. I'll have to put a note on the video that its sound is off for the first 15 minutes. I can't edit it because it's streaming. And once it's up, and you can't edit it. Unless you were to save it, download it, and save it. And then edit it. I had help figuring out how to make a little thing at the beginning of my videos, like a 1 second thing of, hello, it's Nancy today. You like my hat? Alright, so keep up the good work, guys. And thanks for coming, and I'll try and make videos again. I'll try and carry my camera around and show you things. But I've had a house full of people, and well, that's not why. I just haven't had anything to say, and I haven't been doing the dishes. Anna cooks, and she does the dishes, and she's awesome, and she's sweet and happy and loving and laughs. She's fun, and she can speak really good English. I love having her here, and I love the gardening they do. That's what I have to show you. I have to show you the garden. I'll remember that sometime. All right, well, goodbye. Thank you, Nan. See you in the nether. Happy Sunday to you too, Marie, and goodbye, everybody. I love you guys so much, and I think part of my happiness is from talking to you guys. Okay, then, well, I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll probably be back on later this afternoon, but nobody ever comes on in the afternoon. Very interesting. Okay, see ya.